yet another D&D podcast. Interlude, The Stand of Fire's Rest, Part 2. Okay, so Ari takes you back to Fire's Rest, and you go back into the big sort of like barn-like structure where you met the dragons earlier, and yeah, like now Mirren, like Ari's mother stands up and like rushes over to us, like, Ari, you're back, like they smell blood on you. What happened? And she's like,
it's like a thing.
I'm okay. So this put out the fire. These guys, these folks who fought some people. They're injured.
I'm actually quite alright, you know.
Well, one of them is.
Scraping it.
Slightly hurt, yes.
It's been like Sir Lucas sort of comes up to him. It's like, okay,
Hey, it's Lucasade. How
Tell
you
me.
doing?
right, okay. Tell me where it hurts, and then perhaps you can tell me what happened out there.
Well, I've been having these hemorrhoids.
Tell me where it hurts. Look where the holes are, you dick.
Oh, you mean Morthus? Alright, that's awkward.
Okay, so he just sort of presses a hand onto your chest of one of the holes, and he's closes his eyes. You can sort of muttering something under his breath, and it's it's like a sort of golden glow suffuses his hands, and you feel like a warmth going through you.
Can I get some of that healing touch as well, my man? I've got an arrow protruding out of my chest. It's just like...
Oh, you only get 3 HP back from that.
3.
Morthus and... Well, use the same roll for both of you. You only get 3 HP back off that.
Alright, fair enough. Well,
so,
better than nothing, I suppose.
Tell me what happened.
Look around, discern it from yourself, Sherlock.
You're back in the village, just you just flew back on the dragon.
Morthus! You're back in the room, man. Come on.
I need to sit down.
It's I can see you were.
I tried to stop the flames of the barn, but I couldn't. They were too strong.
You keep mentioning the fucking barn.
I mean, did the flames of the barn shoot arrows at you?
No.
Now that would be something crazy.
They were part of some secret organization called the Storytellers. Running around telling bad stories to make kids.
Oh, that's what I've heard as well. They tell bad stories, and if you don't like them, they shoot you with arrows.
That's what they do with us.
They do indeed.
We went to investigate the bellowing pile of smoke, and we were greeted with some arrows to the chest. Thankfully, we dispatched those bad-looking cats pretty quickly. But it did leave us with some quiet holes in our chests.
One of them got away, and we weren't able to take a prisoner due to accidents.
Involving a giant hand.
Well, thanks, Chad. That's implicated me now. I know.
I know. Don't you worry. I know what I'm doing.
As soon as you mention the name of the storytellers, Lucas's face it goes white. It's the storytellers. Are you certain it was them?
I mean, how certain is certain?
They could have said something else. I mean, these games are trying. They could have said,
I'm not even certain of Morthus's name. I change it every time I say it. So,
Morthus.
Why do you think I keep calling him Cool Cat? Because I can't remember his fucking name.
Morthus. They said storytellers, yes. I'm only Josh.
The storytellers are bad news. You heard that they destroyed their homeworld, yes?
Yes, I have, indeed. I've also just recently discovered they like shooting arrows at people.
That's not the only thing they do. They
from the arrow dimension.
They're bad news. They are conquerors. They travel the multiverse looking for vulnerable worlds that they can colonize for themselves.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it when they do conquer a world?
I say 11.
Oh, that's pretty bad. I should have said 10 being the worst. Not 1. 1 is good, 10's bad, 11 is real bad. So,
Hey, do you reckon they're just trying to find a new home for themselves? I mean, from what I've heard, the last one got destroyed.
Yeah, trying to relax. We just let them in. It's
Give them a nice, let them sleep on the sofa,
I've got a spare room. I can
They're
fit.
not
Mhm.
exactly ones for sharing. They tend to drive out or kill the locals whenever they colonize the place.
Well, maybe they just haven't met the right locals.
Their name kind of runs contradictory of what they do. Hey,
Right.
it's the storytellers. Have an hour.
The storytellers, they believe that every world in the multiverse is a story, and being told by, I don't know, gods, fate, whatever you want to call them, and that by taking over these worlds, they take control of the story, hence the name.
I see.
My
Have
God.
they made it to the 50 Shades of Grey dimension yet? Or is that one still safe?
I think that one's still under lock and key. Don't worry, I'm sure it's fine.
It's bound and gagged.
Well, guys, looks like we have our first plot point. Looks like we're gonna have to call this. It's the hero's call. What do you think?
I'm with you, Mr. Chad. I think we have to stop these storytellers from telling stories. Let me ask Death Grip what he thinks.
Okay, make a whatever roll this is. Isn't that a cav roll for some reason?
I think so. What do you think, Death Grip? He says, all right.
Is that your roll, the 7?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you asking? What do you want to know?
I need some insight into the current situation. Like, who are they? What should we do? Where are we going? Fuck knows. Come on, Death Grip.
Okay, so
Oh, wrong hand.
she's just like talking into the wrong hand. It's like, oh wait, that's why it's not working.
It'd be really funny if it was a foot, instead of a hand, like a big demon leg.
Well, like a high heel on the end.
Yeah, and you've got to wear like a fucking cut off dress to show the whole leg.
Yeah.
You got to talk into the fucking leg every time you want to get inside.
Oh, that'll be my next character.
I mean, you get like a brief impression of. You see like lots of figures with you see wearing chainmail or like in tabards with that sigil of the book in the two hands, sort of on them, well, sort of milling around. You see them chopping down trees and setting up tents. So you get the feeling they're setting up a military encampment somewhere.
Those crooks. If there's one thing I can't tolerate, it's deforestation.
What? Who's taking down the forest?
Exactly. Mr.
That's a part of my character. Wait, oh no.
You can't stand deforestation, but how do you feel about your fellow race slaughtering all my family?
I mean, it's a sore subject, but
That's a weird thing to bring up right now.
I sleep well enough. Thank you very much. Morthus.
This is a bad time to bring it up.
Yeah, you need to work on your timing, Mr. Morthus. Bobrick,
Right.
away.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I'm gonna turn back to Lucas. Lucas Aid. We just heard this horrible thing.
Yes? What do we do? We go find them. We go. Where are they? So, Lucas, do you know of any encampments that have been set up, or any people mass amounts of people that have moved into the area of recent?
Are you getting any deliveries of wood from anywhere?
Yeah, is there more stories being told?
Oh God, no, not more stories. You're gonna destroy the economy with all these stories.
Oh dear.
Saturation, man.
I haven't heard of anything like that happening recently. It's
Does anyone have any information apart from that demon hand? Tell me again, Bobrick, what did it say?
I'm yawning. Sorry, hang on. All right, I'm done. It said that there were people in armor with the same sigil on the armor, and they were chopping down trees and setting up tents and getting
I've
ready.
got an idea. Please send your birdie bird, my dinner, to find to see if there's any trees.
Let me just slid that into the my dinner.
Well, here's the problem. There's one problem with that, my friend. One, she's not your dinner. She's my babe. Number two,
Well, okay,
it's a fucking pigeon.
No.
I can't talk to it.
You can't talk. You have a supernatural connection with your loyal animal. You can't
Do
talk
I?
to it per se, but it always acts as you wish it to.
Yeah, thought so. So I can't really talk to it.
At this point, it's like Kovarak is like, well, sounds like they're massing an army to invade us. We must be ready to defend ourselves. Sir Lucas, could you please see assembling a militia to help defend the village? My family and I will do the same. At this point, Narimirin is like, she sort of like goes up to her mate and she runs her muzzle like sort of up his shoulder and like over like the sort of like scarred like wing shoulder.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. Let's get it on.
She's
Get it on.
Hubba hubba.
And she's like, it's happening again, my mate. Remember what happened to Valorim? Do you, what happened to Valorim and Valar? Do you want to, do that to our children?
I'm so fucking confused.
Listen,
I mean, you can...
excuse me, hello. I just want to reassure you that as much, though I won't let anyone die.
I'm feeling very reassured all of a sudden. Thank
We
you,
will
Morthus.
protect you. We will burn every storyteller that tries to attack us.
I promise I'm never going to read a book ever again.
I read a book once.
I mean, this is technically a story.
This adventure was a bad idea.
What do you think, folks at home? And I turn to the camera.
And everyone else is looking.
What should we do?
All right, now, kids, it's up to
Comment
you.
down below.
What should we do?
What do you mean has happened again?
Do you want to try to spout lore about what, about the history of the dragons? I mean,
I am very knowledgeable about all things, so I'm going to roll. 4.
okay, you know nothing. I mean, it's you get the impression it's kind of a touchy subject, like they don't really like talking about, they don't really like talking about what happened in the past, like how Kovarak got his injury that much, but he's like...
I know you don't like talking about it too much, but bollocks to that. So what happened?
like,
Need information. If this is happening again, we need to know that they use siege towers, catapults, trebuchet, rams. What is their strategy? Do they starve this out, or do they invade straight away and burn the children first, or do they come in on stilts?
They come in on stilts.
They would have to go to the stealth dimension for that, and I don't think they have that kind of resources.
Wait. I haven't, we haven't heard of these storytellers before, but we tried to defend a human village from invasion once before. It destroyed my family, it crippled my mate, and my brother was captured, and...
Well, just because you failed once does not mean you will fail again.
I mean, it possibly means that they're not very good at their job.
As the famous song told by a famous bard once went, I get knocked out, and I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down.
Killing me down. Get up.
Yeah, he knows that one.
I got
Yeah.
to be perfectly honest. I mean,
So,
I have to ask the question, where
There you go.
do you think you're credible to look after this town if you fucked up the last one?
Well, we're here. We'll defend them. Because I've got fire and teeth, and then you have the bird and the arrows, and then
And I've got death grip.
you got death grip. There's 4 of us, technically.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. He's right, Nari. We can't let what happened in the past rule over ourselves.
It's not what I said, but it's like...
It was referring to what Chad said. Was,
That's what Chad said. I said the exact opposite.
I said something similar as well.
we made a lot of mistakes in the past, but if I did it all again, I wouldn't change defending Sigil Stones. It was the right thing to do. I say we stand with our friends.
You're not
you
filling
get
with a lot
knocked
of
down,
votes
and you
over
get
it.
up again. You're never gonna keep him down. That's right. That's why you're the coolest cat around, friend. Now, boys, looks like we got some work to do.
How did I teleport to this dimension in the first place?
I mean,
Can I do
I was
it
kind of
again?
hoping you wouldn't ask that because I don't have rules for how dimensional travel works in this one shot.
Now you see me. Now you don't.
I'm in the hand dimension.
I teleport to the hand dimension.
Basically, like, unless you actually have it, you don't have like ritual magic or any magic that could actually like let you create like a gate or something. So basically, there are like locations where like the walls between the worlds are thin, and like if you know like where to look, like how to look for them, you can find them, and then you can use them to like transfer between dimensions.
So like, Cumbran. That would,
Yes.
that would be a place where the walls are pretty thin.
No, not Cabran. What are you, insane?
Are you insane?
Dude, all they have is just good parking. That's it. There's no other reason to go to Cabran.
They still have a game station.
Not anymore. It's gone.
I shall burn the place to the ground.
Those
I'll be better.
storytellers!
Right, well, that's enough about Cabran.
I mean, like, you've had to travel like a fair way from wherever the nearest nexus or whatever we're calling it is to like actually reach Fire's Rest, so it's not like you can just go to like the dimensional nexus around the corner and escape.
Right, okay. In that case, we're fucked. Corvorak, mate, where would you like me to defend? Where'd you need me? Seeing as it sounds like we're defending this town.
Corvorak, we need the plot hook. Come on, man. Give us the plot hook.
Come on, baby.
Why don't we go to the camp there straight away and just burn it down?
Well, I had that thought, but we don't know where it is. If one of you dragon folk could find out where it is by flying in the sky, not you, Corvorak, I know that's not possible. My apologies. But one of the better dragons, if you could fly around and find out where...
The better one, the better dragon does the job done. Yeah, the better one.
Exactly. We need a real dragon.
A real dragon. Not what you are.
You know.
Yes, you just flat out insulting him to his face at this point.
I'm sorry, Corvorak. I'm under a lot of stress. It sounds like you're going to get us all killed, but it's fine.
We need
Oh.
to stop them before they come to...
It's like for years since before Corvorak was born, I've known the people of this village, called them friend. Could I live with myself? Could I look at my son again if I abandoned them in the hour of need?
We didn't suggest that you would abandon them.
No, but
You
one of
need-
you could... I mean,
Send flying dragman and see where they are. So we can go there, I can burn the fuck
yeah, Ari can take us.
Yes,
Ari
this is
took us
like-
to the last place.
Yeah, I always like stands there, but like I volunteer. I will not sit here and cower while the enemy's out there. Yes, let's go find their camp, and I'll show them my fire.
Good on you, baby doll. Right. And let's show the doll again. Let's get going.
The moment I climb onto Ari, I whisper in here, right, now take us to the Nexus. Come on, they won't know. I'm only joking. I'm a good man. Right, lead the way out.
Like, that's because it's like Nariman is like, oh no, be careful. Don't. She's just like, don't. She's like, just be careful. Come back in one piece. She's like, I was like, yes, I will, mother. Don't worry.
I'll be safe as well, just in case you were wondering.
I probably will die. I got a feeling.
I mean, you have a healing potion, don't you?
I love it. I've got a feeling.
I've already taken two.
Have you?
Yeah. No, that was Lucas Aid. Lucas Aid healed you.
No, I took two as well. Sorry.
I mean, I should tell you how much that actually heals you. Healing potion. Heal yourself 10 points of damage per healing potion.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
This game isn't particularly balanced.
Wow.
You're right there, darling. You seem a bit tired.
I'm suffering a little, Mr. Chad. If I could just rest on your well-muscled body.
No worries, and that's what it's there for.
That's what it's there for.
Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom.
That's what it's.
Okay, so you take off with on the your load onto Arano's back again, the Dragon taxi service, and you fly around for a bit. It's the land is very flat, a lot of fields, so it doesn't take you long before you see several smaller plumes of smoke rising off in the distance in one direction. So this isn't the big raging fire of the barn. These are smaller sort of campfire sort of things.
Over there, Ari. That way.
Take us down by that fire.
Yeah, so you approach, and as you sort of approach, you sort of get a better idea. This is, or at least it looks like it was at some point an orchard. It's you see sort of lots of trees planted in neat rows, but you see also a bunch of soldiers. It's working as chopping them down and either just burning them for firewood or chopping them up to make palisades to defend the camp.
And how many people? How big of an encampment is this? Are we talking 5 people? 1 person?
Here to defend the camp.
They've all left.
I mean, you're talking what would be in game terms a horde. So that's at least a dozen people, isn't it?
Motherfucker. Ari, can you just set fire to all of them?
Yeah, you seem well more equipped to do it.
Ari, you're a dragon.
I would like to look at the flames down below, and I will make them go out of control and spread across the camp.
Okay, you can try to do that, I guess.
Well, I guess Ari's ignoring it.
Oh, well, okay, I'll show you how Ari do a thing first. So,
sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so Ari's okay, hold on, and she roars and begins to stoop towards the camp. That's been you hear suddenly shouts look up, and people are oh, dragon, and
oh, dragon!
Fuck dragon or whatever.
Oh, dragon!
Oh, dragon!
And then as you sort of goes towards it, you hear a sudden loud thunk and a massive. You hear something big fly through the air. Ari rolls to the side as a massive spear flies through the air where she was flying.
Oh my goodness!
Oh shit!
Damn it! They've got ballistas.
They've got air support. Oh no! Leah, get us down on land.
If you land us next to the big shooty thing, we'll take it out, and then you can fly around doing your fire again. Good plan. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do that.
So how are we going? Okay, so
Can I do my
firing.
I want to take out any archers that are shooting their bows at us.
I want to wave my fist at him as we're going.
Where are you?
okay, so
Wanker. Tosser.
Morthus. How are we pronouncing your name now?
Morthus.
Okay, you can try to do your Zuko style.
Yeah.
Style.
Okay, so the effect is short-lived. And,
Oh, dragon.
Oh, dragon.
oh, dragon. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that works. As Ari comes around, she's swoops down. You see the ballista crew trying to crank back the rope to launch another shot. But as they're doing this, what do you look like when you're channeling this? When you're manipulating the flames?
I'm kind of. I've got my hand almost like that, so I'm holding on to controlling, moving my fingers, trying to control almost like one would throw with water.
Okay, you're and you lift your hands up and for an instant columns of fire emerge from these campfires. It's so everyone's startled by the roar of flame from all these campfires, and that distracts the ballista crew long enough for you to
I'm not sure I understand.
go away, Siri.
I'm not sure I understand. What do you mean? Oh, dragon.
Yeah, so just a roar of flame, it manages to distract the ballista crew long enough for Ari to land, and you immediately jump off, and then she takes off again.
Yeah. Are we near the ballista?
Yes. So
Fucking smash it, burn it
I'll fucking smash it. I've got my scouts.
we're gonna need a new map of some description, aren't we?
We're going to
Yes, I need to reset the Roll20 a second, because I'll send you a photo, because I don't know what I've done, but this is basically my screen right now.
I want to see.
Hang on.
Oh god.
Just to get the.
We've got a lot of people guys, I think we're probably gonna die.
Yeah. Probably we're gonna die. I shall embrace death like a mother embraced her child who's been killed by a halfling.
There's the idea of just a wandering group of halflings. Then there's nothing significant about them in any way. They're just halflings.
No. The only significant thing about them is that they were on stilts. Other than that,
The stilts from the stilt dimension.
That's still
yeah. Well, they're stilt halflings.
Uh-oh, here come the stilts.
You get the general idea. There's a sort of grid of tents going on, sort of thing going on.
Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell. This is a lot.
Yeah, we're probably gonna die.
We're gonna get swatted, and we're gonna be buried 6 feet under with the knives. That's my problem.
Morthus's feeling was correct. That's not that bad. Oh, there's more of them.
Yeah, so you dropped off. There are like 3 like soldiers like immediately like clustered around the ballista, and then you see there's like a bunch more running from like this direction, from like where they were like chopping down trees, doing whatever they're doing, and you saw the dragon land in the middle of the encampment.
I just want to run forward with my fist out and hit this guy.
I'm going to keep him from covering fire with some
Go
arrows.
ahead and do that.
I will do that.
I'm moving. I'm waiting until Matthew does his turn while I'm attacking this fella.
And I'm gonna get to a nice little comfortable position and give some covering fire to my boys.
Okay, so
The enemy makes an attack against me as well. Okay. So I will roll my damage. 3 points of damage, but I've opened myself up to an attack from them. I say, come here, you! Oh, I'm facing the wrong way. I mean you.
Oh yeah, you can rotate your guys, can you?
Yep.
Show
I
yourself.
would like to.
Where are you?
Sorry, I forgot the name of it. The fire weapon thing.
yeah, roll for your burning brand.
That's it.
Burning brand.
Burning brand.
2d6.
9.
Okay, so
very
choose
9 plus. Oh, hang on.
9 plus whatever your con is.
Control
Plus your
fire.
con is +2, so that would be a 10. So again, pick 2 of the tags from earlier.
I would like to pick +1 damage
Okay,
and.
it's hand thrown near +1 damage and remove the dangerous tag.
This is near. How far is near?
Near is defined as, I believe, you can see the whites of her eyes.
Can I see the whites of these guys? These eyes. Peeps here. The 6.
Looking into his eyes.
Yeah, I'll say they're probably within near range at this point.
Okay. All right.
Those guys that are running towards you.
Attack. First off, I've done that. I'm going to attack this guy in front of me.
Okay, so that's plus. Assuming you've got at least a +1 to that, you hit him. Roll your damage.
Say.
Yeah, that's enough. Yeah, well, yeah, you sort of do the sort of similar thing you did earlier, where like coat your hand in fire and just sort of like claw at him and just sort of like melt like straight through his metal, and he like screams as like the flames catch in his body, and he just like falls to the ground dead.
Yes. Burn, baby, burn.
Oh, yeah, and Matt, you like the guy that you were fighting, you
He had a chance to.
Bobrick, he had a chance to attack you, yes. So you take 1 damage, which just skates off your
Ba-ting!
and like you sort of like swing a punch at him like with your demonic arm, and like he catches it like with his shield, but like it like splinters the shield. Like you hear like his arm break underneath. So, like he's still up.
Yeah, my arm broke his arm.
And Chad, what are you doing? Like,
I'm giving my friend some covering fire. I want to shoot an arrow at this boy right here, the one who just broke his arm.
Okay, sure. Make you a volley, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it's a volley. Let me just volley him. That's a 9. Boom.
So you have to choose one. You have to move to get the shot, placing yourself in danger. You have to take what you can get, take -1d6 damage, or you have to take several shots, reducing your ammo.
Several shots. Wah, wah, wah.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So roll your damage.
Is it too late to say that my birdie friend is also attacking them as well?
No, you can have the damage from your birdie as well.
Okay, cool. That's a 1 + 3 then, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled the natural 1. I got him in the fingernail. Hiya.
I love this guy.
Take that, Daddy-o.
I mean, that's enough. With like, it's sort of like, sort of stun the stag from just having his arm broken and being like harassed by a feral pigeon. Like he managed to get an arrow like straight in his eye, and he just like falls down dead.
Ha ha! Got you. Got you right in the face.
I would like to use my throwing flames on
Which one? The 6 that are coming towards you.
6. I want to try and if I can get an area.
I mean, it's you only. I don't think you can get an area with it, but you can certainly hit one of them with it.
Yeah. I'll hit this
So make a volley. Well,
10.
that's a 10 plus whatever, doesn't matter. So yes, you managed to get a hit on one of them. Make a damage roll. And a 6, that's enough. Which one of these are we targeting again?
I would like to target the middle one in the back row.
The middle one at the back, okay? Yeah, you just like raise your fist like it's a ball of fire, just like it is that you just project it forwards at them and it like sails over the head of the first guy and it's like arcs down, landing right on top of the second guy, and the guy is just like engulfed in fire. He just like starts like screaming and flailing around before he just eventually like falls to the ground.
There's more where that come from. Wow.
And you have 2 uses of the urban gland left.
Wow.
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 Bobrick, you see like these like spearmen, you know, one man down, still sort of like running towards like the central area of the camp where the ballista is mounted. What do you do?
Does the ballista look like it can turn?
I mean, yes, it was turning to track Harry. Yes.
I want to hop. I want to hop on.
Loaded.
And oh shit, was it loaded?
They were sort of like trying to reload it when Harry was. Oh yeah, go on. Rule of cool. It's loaded.
Fuck yeah! I turn it round and pivot it, and I guess it's pointing point blank at this guy.
That guy, yeah.
Yeah. I hear like hello, and I shoot him. What do I have to roll? Is that a volley?
I guess it's a volley.
Yeah. Okay. So plus dex. I have +2 to dex.
Well, I think I'll give you a -1 on that because.
Okay, so
It's
just
kind of
+1.
unwieldy and.
8. What damage is this thing doing? Is it doing my damage?
Yeah, if it's likely to kill a common person, so yeah, we'll just be doing d10s of damage.
Okay, so I will put myself in danger somehow, like I have to sit on it in a really precarious position or something. I shoot off with the bolt. Woo! So now I roll a d10. 8 damage.
Okay, 8 damage.
Just goes straight through him.
Yeah, that just goes. There's like a sick funk, and it's like it goes like the guy just like, and just like the bolt just passes straight through him.
I'm
And
sorry.
And the guy behind him, and the guy behind him as well. So
I'm
like
sorry,
you just kill like all 3 of these people in one hit. The bolt just punches like straight through all of them.
My bad.
Yes, Bobrick. I'm starting to like you a little bit.
Oh, thank you.
Quickly, I'm gonna get the close. This one here, the one in the middle. Actually, I'm not gonna move myself because I can probably get me from an arrow.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, arrow. Fuck. What's my bird called again? Kuzala. Go. I'm still fine from the start.
7 is a partial success, so it's same choices. You can spend additional ammo, you can deal less damage, or you can move to place yourself in danger.
I'm gonna place myself in danger.
Okay. Roll your damage.
9 points of damage. Holy, he's fucking dead.
Yep, they're very dead.
Whoa.
Wow.
I'm slowly turning into Seinfeld.
Oh, you
It fell out of the bird into the patient. Out of his hand into the air into the patient.
Your like arrow, it just like punches like straight through their like chainmail, like straight into their heart, like right in the middle of like the sigil on their chest.
Bullseye.
In like the distance, you hear someone shouting like, "They're on the ballista!"
Damn right, we're on the fucking ballista. Who said that? Let me shoot you in the face.
And like you see like more like soldiers running down like this like alleyway towards you.
Oh fuck.
Oh heaven.
Reload! Reload!
I'm trying, Mr. Chad, but I don't know how. Thank you, Morthus.
I'm going to throw. Does fire spread in this game? Is like a fire damage mechanic spreads?
Set fire to the tent, set fire to the tent, set fire to the tent.
Burn all the women and children.
Because what I was thinking is if I throw a fire, like a Molotov type thing, so I've got that flame and ball of flame, it lands on like one character. Could it, in theory, spread to other characters as fire does, or is Dungeon World like obviously different?
make an attack, and I'll let you roll your Zuko style to try to
Oh yeah, interesting.
spread the fire. So we start off with a volley against. This will be the last use of your burning brand, I believe.
Yeah.
This is your third use.
Yeah, I'm going to attack that big bulk over there to try and
Okay.
7 half.
So less damage, or you have to move.
I'll move.
Okay, so move like the ballista and like the sort of like 2 dead bodies. You sort of can't really get a clear shot, so you sort of have to like move round to sort of like here to get an angle on them, which does sort of unfortunately bring you into range of those two.
Cool.
But first of all, okay, so roll your damage on the one you hit.
Oh.
Nice one.
Ah!
I don't think that's gonna cut the cheese.
Cut the cheese.
Yeah, they just raise this one. The guy just raises the shield, and like the flame just splashes harmlessly against the shield. You can.
Can I control the flame down upon?
I'll let you try the Zuko style to get another hit in. That's 2,
10.
so you get a 10. So what are you trying to do? Like you get this like burst of flame that like appears on the
Yeah,
shield.
so it's like I want to hear on multiple people. How many people was up to? But like, instead of just taking out one person, try and spread the damage.
Okay. I mean, no, you got a success. So just roll your class damage again. So roll another d8.
Oh.
And you get a 7. So yeah, okay. So we'll say like the firelight sort of hits the first guy's shield, and then like it sort of like roars out to the side, and like it takes out like the 2 guys that are standing next to him.
Ah, cool.
And then like the 2 guys who ran up to you but ran up behind you are going to take a swing at you though, to stab you with their spears. So take 4 damage. So Bobrick, so you just fired the ballista off. It like took out 3 people, and like the last members of like that squad are like running up towards you, and like they're attacking Morthus. What are you doing?
I will climb on top of the ballista, run along its length, and jump down on the one right in front of Morthus, and just try and crush his skull in the palm of my.
I'm going to have you make a defy danger with Dex to.
I'm the best at those. Roll 10.
Okay, you make it. So you.
I do a couple of cartwheels while I'm up there as well. I say, "Look at me go!" And then
you run along, and then you make your hack and slash.
Oh.
And you fail at that. It's like.
I caress their cheek.
I mean, like, yeah, you're like really. You better like really like acrobatically like flashily like somersault onto the ballista and like run along it, but like all that sort of like showboating kind of like draws attention to what you're doing, and like the guy has like plenty of time to like back out of the way of your swing.
Oh bugger!
And then like as you land, like the 2 of them are going to attack you, and you take 4 points of damage.
So I take 1 point of damage.
In armor. Hey, so Chad, there are like several like more spearmen like running down this road towards you that like nearly on top of you. There's Bobrick just did some like kick-ass like backflip over the ballista. What are you doing?
And then got the shit.
Can I? Because this guy's right next to me now. I'm gonna have to like hit him with my sword. I'm gonna put my bow away and go hi-ya and hit him with my sword.
Okay.
And Kuzalot is gonna join in as well. Hi-ya, 7.
Okay, so roll your damage.
And I'm gonna be shouting, "Get him! Get him! Get him!" while I'm slicing. That's 5 points of damage.
Okay, so you like dart around like inside this guy's spear, and it's like manage like a slash like right across his throat.
Yeah.
So that he's down, but then like his 3 companions are all like sort of like basically just run at you with like their spears drawn. So.
Uh-oh. And I turn to the camera and I go, "Looks like I'm in for a pointy situation."
For a pricky situation. Take another. Take another.
Well, I guess that.
A whole bunch of dicks all over my face.
Take 4 damage. There's always 4 damage.
Can I get Sisaku is who's a lot is gonna do like a bodyguard dive in front of the speaker. I'm doing man's best friend.
Okay, so the
Sisaku's no.
just like dives down and it's like basically like crashes into the front of the spear, like knocking it out of the way of you, and
Okay.
like a few like feathers like fly into the air. Yeah. So Suku's a lot now only has 2 ferocity.
Okay.
I love it.
Don't mess with my pigeon, fucker.
Sukus, no.
I want to make an attack against the guy. Right.
Okay, the guy in front of you, the Bobrick just missed the Bobrick.
Bobrick.
Yeah, so if we keep putting a D in your name. Yeah, go ahead.
Bam.
Okay, so deal your damage. And actually, you're out of uses of your burning brand by this point.
Yeah. Surely I can just do a.
Yeah, you can just do a hand-to-hand attack of some description, sure.
Seven's pretty good.
I mean, these guys they're armored, but they're still pretty flimsy.
Nice.
We've taken out the ballista, right? So, like,
Well-
where's Ari? She's just flying around like a fucking Skyrim dragon, just doing nothing.
You see, you look up and she's flying backwards.
She's stuck on a tree, like.
This is why I hate running combats with NPC characters. So I always forget them to do anything. So yeah, you do like the whole thing for like the Vipers in XCOM 2, where you just like wrap them up and just like crush them to death.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait, Tyron has. That's not what a salamander is.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Well, unless you have a better idea.
No, that's perfect. I love it.
This is
Salamanders
funny
are
in
like
my
sort of
head.
big, like sort of snake people, aren't they?
You missed the
Yes,
fantastic game. Just
Salamanders in Dungeons and Dragons are like weird snake people for some reason. I just love it because Salamander is such a generic name. No one knows what they look like. It could just be like a small man.
Yeah, it's just the sentient lizard. It's just literally just like an actual salamander. It's like that big.
So I attack again? Can I attack again? Also,
Bodrick, what are you doing? It's like
I carry on having.
Ganged up here. I'll do some assistance.
You've got this, Morthus. I'm gonna go save Mr. Chad. I'm coming, Mr. Chad.
okay, so what are you doing?
And I barrel over there. Like I've closed my eyes and I'm just running fist forward. Ah! I'm gonna try and.
Okay, try your hack and slash.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
11. I crush his soul. 6 damage. Take that, you fucker! And I've got the forceful property as well. So
Okay.
like, he goes flying.
So he goes flying back into.
His mam's vag.
I mean,
I send him
guess
back
you-
into the womb.
Off you go!
He's in the womb dimension now.
so yeah, you just like with words, you just basically just like cave in this guy's rib cage and you just like knock him
my
back into like the guy behind him, and it's like that guy is dead. And, like the guy behind him is the guy takes like the guy behind him is fine, but he is not down for that.
I use my death grip to thumbs up.
Bleeding and fucking.
Yeah, there's entrails just all over it.
Nice job, Buckaroo, and I'm gonna stab the next guy next
So
to
you
me.
stab the guy next to you, okay.
Yeah.
It's so surreal to have this guy saying all these things, and yet I still think he's cool.
7.
Damage.
Straight 7. Damage. Birdie, Kuzalot is also going to be pecking his eyes out. 7.
Yeah. Do you want to describe how you kill this guy? I'm running out of descriptions.
I stab him right in the dick.
I mean,
Like,
what
right
I
in
do,
the
why should you go
dick.
for a crotch shot?
Like stab right in the dick, and then Sir Kuzalot, like, I'm being like, the really funny thing is that I'm sort of like, haha, oh yeah, haha, and like all the deaths are really fucking brutal, and so like it's really gory, but I'm like, haha, got you. And then the bird comes down and picks his eyes out as he's screaming as all the entrails come down his face, screaming, and I'm like, haha, that'll teach you.
Kind of like a psychopath. Jeez.
Yeah, covered in blood, like blood dripping from my face. Aha, got you. That's a terrifying image.
It's scary.
Yeah, this.
Yeah, that's me. He's dead.
So you're just covered in entrails, kind of laughing, like.
No, you really are. Aha!
It's like the guy that was like knocked down, so like shoves like the dead body of their friend off them, like sees you doing this and just sort of like starts just like crawling away on the ass, just like no, I don't want to be anywhere near that.
Where do you think you'll go?
Okay, so
no.
Morthus, like there was one guy left, like sort of fighting. They're like stood like in front of you. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna go for taking for a wild ride to Death Town.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow, right.
9.
Okay, what are you
You
What are you doing?
My tail so hard that it basically gives him whiplash and breaks his neck. Maybe I'm going to put him in through that into the tent there as well, like pound him through.
Okay, damage. Yeah, you just like spin around, like your tail like swishes through the air, like you hit the side of his helmet, like you like his snaps his head, the head goes to the side. You hear like a snap as his neck goes, and like.
These guys are getting fucked up.
Oh, man. This is great.
Okay, so for now the camp lies silent.
Good job, Harry.
Holy shit! Nice job. Gotta use your help a second.
High five. High five. High five.
And look, you didn't die.
I reach up and I high five Morthus.
Hi.
What happens next?
You tell us.
You tell us, go.
Then
Well,
the boss comes out.
There'll be no stories today.
Really hot in here.
It's getting hot in here, so hot. So take off,
Take off all your clothes.
Oh,
Gareth's getting so hot, he's gonna take his shirt off. And then right after that, he's gonna get even hot. No, I don't know.
it's gonna get hotter.
It's gonna get even hotter.
I'm gonna go refill my drink and think about what the hell happens next.
You
No
say
problem.
went off the rails?
Well, looks like we've saved the town. Because everything's burning, everyone's dead. Oh yeah, huzzah! Well done, gentlemen.
We did a good job, guys. We did a good job.
Thank you, Mr. Morthus, Mr. Chad. I must say, this was a pleasant morning.
What a great day.
I'm looking forward to the afternoon.
What is this game turned into? This is the most fucking weird game I've been a part of.
Gareth, my
Yes.
sweet friend, Tyron will need to go relatively soon. So how does that?
Okay, if Ty wants to go soon, we can just we could just skip to the boss fight. I guess then.
Oh,
It was Korak all along.
how long have we got left of the campaign of the one shot?
I mean, I was going to have this whole thing where like the original plan was going to be that like you were like we went to like infiltrate this camp to like sort of rescue somebody, and then you were going to have like a big whole like battle where you actually like defended the town, but you just sort of like decided to just storm the camp. So I guess like it does make sense like the boss would come out at this point to attack you.
Let's get the boss out. Let's fuck that boss up.
Okay.
Do this. I'm ready for a fight. Do this.
What's he doing?
He's getting pumped. He's ready.
Come on, guys. Let's split up and try and find the big cheese of this operation.
Hey,
Big cheese! Big cheese! Where are you? Where are you, big cheese?
Final boss! Final boss! Where are you? I start making s'mores on one of the campfires.
I start collecting all the teeth of the soldiers and putting them in my face.
What the fuck?
I'm feeding an eyeball to Slick up. Who's a good little girl?
It's like you hear like somebody shout like, "But for God's sake, there's only 3 of them. What are you fools doing?" And like sort of from like one of the directions you see a sort of like knot of figures in heavy armor.
Oh no.
Uh-uh.
Oh heavens to Betsy.
And like they're like surrounding like a female figure in a black robe with golden trim.
When do I get my hand back, Gareth? Is it after a fight, or do I have
Your
to do
what?
my ability, my burning ground?
You can do it whenever you want. You just have to roll for it again.
Oh, fair enough. I'm gonna roll for that again.
Okay.
I'm gonna start trying to reload the ballista.
Yeah.
10.
As I roll it back up.
I'm gonna shoot at the boss. I'm gonna say this one's for you, big cheese, and fire a volley.
Okay.
That's for you, big cheese. Oh, it's perfect.
Gareth, I would like to set plus damage and throw.
Okay. Right. So, Bobrick, you're sort of like trying to like, you're sort of like slowly like cranking back the sort of string on this ballista, and
Yeah.
as you're doing this like the black-robed woman, she like holds out her hand, and like air around her hand like seems to like warp, almost like sort of like viewing it through a heat haze, and
Her hand is cooler than mine.
and like the like twisted with like hemp or whatever it is, like the spring for the ballista just shatters, like just like splinters fly everywhere.
Oh, bugger me sideways.
Well then, I'm gonna shoot an arrow straight at her fucking face.
Okay. And you take 4 damage from like the flying splinters.
And I assume this all ignores armor?
No, this is just like flying bits of wood, so...
Okay, so I take 1 damage. I got a splinter, fellas! I'm down!
Okay, so Chad, you're shooting an arrow at this
That's
rogue
right,
figure.
here it is. Hiya!
Hiya.
10! Fuck you!
Okay.
Goes right in the face.
Just right in the face.
Deal your
Right in the
damage.
face. Also, birdie, go! Get him.
No, the arrow like flies towards her. As it's sort of like flying straight towards it, then it like suddenly like skirts off like to the side for like no reason. It, like, but it still like catches her and like slashes open like the sleeve of her robe, and she looks up and down to it and like looks at you shocked that like the arrow actually hit her.
Oh, cool.
And there's more that came from her seed.
Indeedy. Don't you worry.
Indeed. So lame but cool at the same time.
Yeah, and then she's like turns like her body go around her. These guys are like in like full plate armor with broadswords and with like shields with the book and the hand logo on it again. Like, these guys are clearly much more competent than the like spearmen you fought earlier.
Yeah, really good. Use your help right now.
Like she's like kill these fools as they sort of start advancing forwards, and
that's when Ari plows through and just melts them all.
and that is where Ari swoops down, like bathing them in a column of fire.
Yeah.
That is her damage. And actually, it's gotta give them that much damage.
You gave them stats in case we had to fight them. I imagine that.
I said this wasn't supposed to happen, was it, Gareth? It wasn't supposed to go down like this.
Well, I intended for them to be helping you, but so I get to give them like full game stat. So I mean, I'm not gonna beat that. So yeah, she does
Fuck.
10 points of damage to these guys who have. And then there's like a big like column of flame just like engulfs these guys. You just hear them scream as they just get cooked alive in their armor.
Ooh.
That's gonna hurt.
Haha.
That's right. They're using fire.
And it gets especially get freaking all of them as well. So there's just her at this point now.
Is it just her?
Away.
They've all died.
They all died.
Oh no!
Fire ignores armor, doesn't it? Fire damage ignores armor, generally.
Yep.
Oh, this is even if it didn't ignore armor, she has enough piercing, then that would have killed them anyway.
Nice.
Actually, to be honest, even if she didn't have piercing, she rolled 10 damage. That would have killed them.
Thank you, Harry. Now kill the boss.
Harry.
Okay, so Bobrick, what are you doing? Like, you know, I would just like swoop down and just like annihilated like this like squadron of knights. Like, what are you doing?
I run around the ballista, and again, eyes closed, fist out, and charge right at the boss lady.
Okay.
Sorry, miss. And I'd like to roll my hack and slash, please.
Okay.
I rolled an 11.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Take this, you frigid bitch!
Why frigid?
I don't know.
Where is this going? No, the X on him.
That makes no fucking sense.
Okay, damage. Roll your damage when you're ready.
I'm ready. 3. Oh, I got no piercing or no nothing.
Okay, yeah. You just sort of like run towards her, but then like your fish just like stops in midair, like a few inches like before it reaches her body, and just stops and like does nothing.
Death grip, more like hover hand. I should have called him hover hand.
Right. Looks like this is a job for Chad. I say that at the camera. Oh yeah! I'm gonna fire another volley.
Okay.
Camera.
9.
So you can spend ammo. You can.
I'm gonna fire 1,000,000 fucking arrows at this
Okay, so
beeswax.
so 3 times you've done that now. So you're.
Yep, I've got a lot of ammo.
So you still got like 3 more like ammo. So hey, well damage.
10 points of damage.
Oh shit!
Hiya, 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 hiya.
Yeah.
Okay, like you like the arrow like flies like straight towards her. Like you see sort of like the sort of same sort of like shimmery sort of like warping effect around it, but like it goes straight through and like hits her like square in the chest, and she like hunches over and she's like, ugh, like yeah, you clearly wounded her with that shot.
There's more where that came from. I'm pretty sure I used that twice now.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw a fireball at that person. So I charged my bracelet up and just aim directly at her face.
Okay.
Bah!
Oh wow, you're all rolling really well.
Nice. 5 DiMaggios.
Okay, so she, like, the fireball comes towards her, like she like, holds up her hand, and like the fire like mostly sort of parts around her, but you do see like she is sort of, like looking a bit singed, like a bit of her robes are on fire, so like you did a little bit of damage. And like she holds up her hand, and the like sort of like space like between you, Morthus, and Chad sort of like starts to sort of like warp and sort of collapse on itself into like this sort of like infinitely small point, and like
Oh god, she's opening up the pointy dimension.
it's sort of hard to describe. It's sort of be hard to describe to somebody who hasn't seen this before. You recognise that she is opening a like dimensional gate between you, and like out of it step like 2 more of like the heavily like armored guys that were like you saw earlier.
Oh no, she's got backup. Aerie, she's got backup. We need more air support. How's she looking now? Right, how's she looking?
Fit.
I mean, she is like clearly like you can see like probably like last like blast of fire like probably like knocked her hood back. She is quite an old like wrinkled woman. Like she is quite severe looking old woman, and, like and also looking somewhat singed and wounded with like an arrow embedded in her gut and sort of like singed eyebrows.
Am I missing eyebrow?
No!
Oh man, I wanna uppercut her. Like as she bent over from the arrow,
Okay.
I wanna like death grip. 9.
Okay, 9.
That means she can fight me as well.
Mhm.
6. Falcon punch.
They like again like you sort of like feel that like phantom force as you go to hit her, but like you manage to like push through it, and like you have the forceful tag on that, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so you like
See.
so you like lift her up and send her like flying back like a good like few paces, and it's like,
While she's in the air, I'm gonna fire a shot, and I'm gonna say, "About time we killed this wrinkly old cooch," and I'm gonna shoot an arrow.
does that count as a cold shot? When you attack a defenseless or surprised enemy at range.
Yeah, I guess that would be a cool shot, wouldn't it?
Okay, you can either deal your damage or name your target and roll plus dex.
What's the difference?
So basically, you can roll plus dex, making like a normal attack to hit them in the head to basically stun them for a few moments. Aim for the arms to make them drop anything they're holding, or aim for the legs and hobble them, slow them down moving. Or you can just deal your damage to them for free.
I'm just going to deal my damage for free.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure she's on death's door at this point. She has to be 1d8 plus 3. I'd say, go for it, little birdie, go! 5 points of damage.
I look like just the pigeon just swoops up after her.
Yeah.
Goes through one opening and out the other.
Like, same thing like happened earlier, like happens like the arrow like deflects at the last moment and just like scores a grazing hit like along the side.
What comes down has to fall. Down you come, lady.
Yeah, she lands and like she's visibly like staggered, like swaying on her feet, like she is not good.
That's right.
Fireball at her.
I throw.
Okay, make your volley.
I did, yeah.
Okay, you did that. How many times have you used that now?
That is now the second time I've used it during this.
Okay, so you can either expend both your uses expend both your uses to hit, you can deal less damage, or you can move into danger.
Move into danger.
Okay. Yeah, these two guys that appeared like beside you are going to make an attack at you.
Yeah, no, I think Gareth's learned a valuable lesson today. If you give us fire-breathing dragons as allies, we are going to take them with us because they're fire-breathing dragons, Gareth.
Okay, so you take 9 points of damage from that sword hit.
Oh dear.
Morthus.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Uh-oh, someone actually got hit.
Could I roll for damage?
And now you can only roll your damage against the lady.
5.
Burn, baby, burn.
Burn, baby, burn. And just go voodoo. Burn, baby, burn. Burn this mother down. Burn, baby, burn.
Disco Inferno.
Okay, so like the fire rushes towards her, like she tries to like use her magic to like hold it back, but like she's struggling to hold it back, and she's like, everything I did to save my people. And then like she lets go of the magic and the fireball hits her and she just falls down dead.
Are we the bad guys?
Hey, no, we can't possibly be bad guys. We're the good guys. I mean, look at my chin, and I just point to my gigantic chin. Would a bad guy have a chin this great? I don't think so.
I see your point. Anyway,
Yes,
let's
you
go
do.
these other two people.
Okay, yeah, so the black cloaked figure has just gone down in a blast of fire. Bobrick, Chad, what are you doing?
I run over and loot her body.
I'm gonna point my arrows and say, your leader's fucking dead!
Bitch!
Put your fucking weapons down, if you don't mind.
Make me a charisma roll, please, Chad.
No problem. That's a 10.
They fucking buy it as well.
That's right.
They
That's
just sort of
right.
look around like at the dragon, like sort of circling around overhead, and like the sort of like field of corpses strewn around them, and they're just like, okay, we surrender. Don't hurt us.
Yeah, that's better right. Yeah, you better do surrender. You don't want to piss off my little friend here.
The most intimidating pigeon I've ever met.
It's gonna fly onto their head and just like right in their face.
Just like lands on one of the helmet and just poops on it.
Yeah.
It just dribbles slowly down like this.
Don't you wipe it. Don't you wipe it. Right, what do I find on a lady's body?
Okay, so on the lady's body, there is the treasure table in this book.
That boss didn't literally get hit in with us.
No, she was. I mean, she was in trouble when it was doing one. She was trying to like summon in the reinforcements, which didn't work particularly well for her.
They surrendered.
I mean, it's like,
They got us summoned just to surrender.
like you took out like all her guards with the dragon because I really should have realised you would just take the dragons with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so treasure from a monster. Start with a monster's damage die. Modified, it is a hoarder. No. I mean, far from home, yes, you can have a ration if you want. Magical. Okay, yeah, we got that. Plinths are not of this earth, yeah. Okay, so here we got. What's a 6? Oh yeah, that fits. So you find like sort of like I guess it'd be sort of like strapped to sort of like hang from a belt or something. It's like in a satchel. It's like this like thick like ornate leather bound book.
Nice. Toilet paper.
I mean, do you open the book and like look through it?
Yep.
Yeah, so you see like various sort of like descriptions. You see like sort of pictures and these of like sort of landscapes, and they've kept like like World 1N habitability low, World 3B habitability. So this seems to be sort of like a map of the multiverse and sort of like places that the storytellers have been and may have colonized.
Cool.
You sort of like flip through it eventually, like you think what you recognise is this world is world designation is world number 7.
Okay. And how habitable is its score? It's gone down since we arrived.
Initially it seems that it was deemed not suitable for habitation. It says like something like colonization potential low, locals too well organised, but then there's sort of a handwritten scrawl by you presume this robed figure that says, just like the words "Fire's Rest" and a question mark.
Is that us? Oh, we're Fire's Rest. We should take this back to my crippled dragon friend.
Mm.
Yes, he is crippled, isn't he?
Let's do that. Harry!
Okay,
Harry!
Harry, come in, Harry. A bird in the sky, bird in the sky. We need immediate extraction immediately. We got some prisoners too.
Oh yeah,
I
you
look
have
back at
those two, don't you? It's like,
Yeah, and I look back at them glaring.
like, Harry like sort of swoops down, lands, and like these like two guys immediately just like backing away from her. It's like they want nothing to do with her. It's like you can't make us go anywhere near that thing.
Oh, you're getting on it, all right.
My hand burns. I go, unless you want to be burned to a crisp, get on the dragon.
What he said.
Yeah, we actually have an appropriate token.
I was going to say that can't be the size of Harry.
Hello. Harry, we found a book.
She's like, great. Right, you found a book. Why don't you go start a library?
That's a good idea, Harry. That's why I'm here, to settle down after all. No, this is a map of the multiverse, Harry. This is everywhere the storytellers have been, how they've rated it on habitability. It looks like our world was world number 7, and
I say we're number 1. We're number 1. We're not. I'm gonna turn to the two prisoners and go, we're number 1. We're number
make
1.
Fire's Rest great again.
Oh yeah.
I put on my red cap. Yeah.
It was just this old lady, and I point to the charred corpse. She was the one that wanted them to take over this world. They normally would be like, no, it's too organized. They can't take us over, but she was here. So I think we're safe. I think she was a renegade rogue colonizer. And I think we saved all of you.
Let's get this back. Get back. I need to rest.
Okay.
Okay. So it's like, Suppose you want me to transport you again?
That'd be nice.
And these two brothers as well. Come on, guys, let's go.
Oh,
Okay. You mount up on her and she takes off there. She just swoops down and just snatches the two of the two prisoners just up in her claws and just holds them as you fly back to Fire's Rest. So do you want to debrief with the other dragons and Lucas? Or?
Yep.
Okay.
Sure. I'm gonna let Chad do all the talking because he's a lovely man.
Pass me the book.
I pass him the book.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm gonna burst open the doorways. I'm back, and I've sorted the problem for you. Turns out you dragons are really good at killing people. Who would have thought? Anyway, we found this book that's a map of the multiverse. The storytellers had it on them. We believe that they were looking to take over this world. Crazy, right? I know, that's what I told myself. I'm gonna hand it over to Luke. Here you go, Lucas Aid.
Yeah. As he takes it and so it's an actual storyteller codex. I've only ever heard of these before. Well done. Fires, you've done a great thing today, friends. Fire's Rest owes you a great deal.
Right, I haven't had breakfast yet, so cheerio.
Whoever says, thank you, you have saved this town. If there's anything me and my family can do for you, please name it, and you are welcome to stay here for as long as you wish.
Breakfast.
Big motherfucking breakfast.
And Lucas is don't celebrate too easily. If I know anything about the storytellers, they won't give up this easily.
Jeez, Lucas Aid, why have you got to be such a Debbie Downer?
And the end. Question mark.
Oh, yay. The end.
Why have you got
That was cool.
Okay, so should we do the usual end of session stuff just for the sake of it?
Why not?
Did we learn any? You basically always answer yes to these the first session, but did we learn anything new and important about the world?
Depends on what's important.
Yes, dragons are very useful allies.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody mark an XP.
Hooray!
And did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
Yes.
Ourselves, yes.
Yes. Okay, mark another XP. And did we loot a memorable treasure? I mean,
Yes.
you got the codex, so yes, you can mark that XP. And does anybody feel like they have fulfilled their alignment?
No.
What was my alignment?
Your alignment was defend those weaker than you.
I don't think. Oh, I tried to rush in and save Chad when he was like, "I've got a problem." It's weaker than me. I don't know.
I don't know if Chad would really be kind of as weaker as you. It's he did a lot of the damage in that fight against the boss.
Okay.
So,
And then I didn't get that.
So we don't get that. Free someone from literal or figurative bonds for you, Chad. Not really, no.
No.
Exchange or sacrifice for a service rendered. No, nobody gets the alignment. And does anybody feel like they have fulfilled the bond, like the bonds they wrote at the start of the session no longer describe the relationship between their characters?
I would say the relationship has changed.
Yeah.
He still owes me, and I kind of like him now, so I don't know. You tell me. Whoa!
I mean, it's between the two of you, Morthus, Bobrick, do you feel that Morthus has overcome his prejudice against halflings?
I feel like we had some nicer conversations towards the end.
Okay, so...
But he did keep on bringing up the halfling thing every so often. So...
Morthus, what do you feel? Do you feel like you've...
There's been a step. He only sees him now as... He sees him as a halfling second to a man with a cool bloody hand.
Hey.
So, he's kind of seeing another side.
So maybe not fulfilled just
yeah, maybe
yet.
not fulfilled just yet. And so...
No, okay. Yeah, cool.
Okay. So no bonds then?
No.
Okay.
I still think Chad is a nice guy and I'd protect him with my life. That hasn't changed.
Okay. So yeah, that is it then.
All right,
GG's.
well done.
That's Dungeon World. That's how you
Yeah.
play.
That is a really poorly run Dungeon World session. Congratulations, you have reached the end of the Stand of Fire's Rest. If you somehow managed to enjoy this train wreck, thank you. Otherwise, I'm sorry. Waterdeep Dragon Heist will resume as soon as we can manage to align all of our schedules. Thank you for watching.
I'm gonna stick to Dungeons and Dragons if that's okay.
I mean,
I love how you said that in Chad's voice. Oh man,
Oh,
That was fun. Though.
like I said, it's like an interesting.
It's an interesting system. It's a fucking broken
Yeah.
one, but it's an interesting
I
system.
probably wasn't running it as
I think it's a tough.
perfectly.
It's a tough one to run, but it gives you some interesting insights into maybe how you would do things in Dungeons and
Yeah,
Dragons.
I probably should have been more aggressive with like the monsters, just making them do their damage to you rather than just waiting for.
It's just
when you,
weird not.
did
It's just
the,
weird not have. Yeah, it's just weird not having an initiative order.
because the whole idea is like you just sort of describe what you're doing, and the GM only acts when like either you basically look at me and say what happens next, or if you fail a roll. So
Oh, okay.
I should have been.
Weird system.
Yeah, I mean, I understand how it's meant to work. It's like, I mean, Dungeons and Dragons, it gets a. I realised this when I was editing the other podcast, like, sorting out initiative order is like so much faff every time we get into combat.
Hmm.
Yeah, some DMs get really good at sorting out the initiative order really quickly by doing the whole 20 to whatever to whatever. I couldn't. So a little insider's scoop on how I've been doing initiative order is I kept on forgetting to have a notepad. So I have this pack of pens, right? And every time we've played, I've had to turn the pack of pens over and write on this little tiny bit and rub it out every time. So yeah, it's a little difficult, but now I've got my notepad with me. So
Yeah, it was obviously because this was like sort of like. Well, you kind of went full murder hobo and you didn't really talk to a lot of people and didn't get much of the lore.
I feel like that might be on.
we're a man of action.
I mean, like, there was the whole thing, like, if you captured one of the scouts at the start, like, they would lie to you and, like, try to sell you this whole story that, like, you know, they were, like, refugees and, like, you know, they got into a fight with, like, the farmers and so...
They would have shot at us first, so it would be
But
hard.
they did also shoot at you first, but...
We're refugees, don't hurt us!
We're the good guys.
We're good, I swear.
Oh man. So when it comes to whatever we do next session, Owen's back next
Okay,
time.
so hopefully we'll be back to Waterdeep then.
Yeah.
Anyway, shall we sign off for now?
Yeah.
Yes, we shall.
All right then.
Okay, see ya. Bye.
Love you,
Thanks,
lovelies.
guys.
Love you so
Take it
much.
easy, lovelies.